this discovering algebra part 3 out of 4. And in this worksheet, we're doing worksheet 3-1, we're simplifying radicals, which is actually the product rule. Okay, so in this one, we're going to be simplifying these. And there are two different ways you can go about this. You can either know your perfect squares, which is what I want you guys to get up to, okay, or you can just break it down all the way. So I'm going to write my perfect squares. If I need some more, I'll write some more. But I can see already that the one of these that goes into 20 is 4. I can make 20 by going 4 times 5. Well, 4 is a perfect square. So I can turn that into its answer, which is 2. The square root of 4 is 2. That's why it's so important to know your radicals, your perfect squares for this class. And then, so the answer is going to be 2 root 5. Looking down for a perfect square, I don't really see one, okay? Maybe 16, if I were to take 16 and times it by, what will give me an 8? It can't be an 8. 4 would give me a 24. 5 would give me a 30. So I really can't use 16. Try to see, can you divide it in? 9 is not going to work, so I guess it's 4 again. And that is going, ooh, wait a minute, maybe it is 16. Maybe I did my multiplication wrong. We're going to find out. Let's try 3. All right, so, oh, yes, I did miss that 3 would give me in. Okay, so it is 16. So let's just keep going with this one. So to get 4, it's 4 times 3. Okay, so I have 2 different ones. Let's say you didn't see the 16 either. I have 2 different ones I can break down. So the square root of 4 is 2, times the square root of 4 is 2, and I can't do anything with root 3. Clean this up, and it's going to be 4 root 3. Which ones am I? Let's see. If I do this, it's going to be 15, so I know that 3 can go into that. So any of them divisible by 3. This one's a little harder for me to see, so I'm going to take the opportunity to just break it down. All right, so I know 3 goes into it. It's going to go in 32 times. 32 can be broken down into 8 and 4. Oh, I got a perfect square right there, so I'm not going to do anything with that one. Oh, another perfect square, and I'm done. Okay, have 3 times 2 times 4 times 4. So obviously the perfect square was 16. All right, so 4 is 2. The square root of 4 is also 2. Can't do these, so I'm going to bring them back together by multiplying them, and I'm going to get a 4 here, so it's going to be 4 square root 6. All right, so in this next one, I know that 9 goes in it, and 9 is a perfect square. Okay, so 9 goes into this 8 times. All right, so I have the square root of 9 and the square root of 8. Well, 8 can also be broken down into some perfect squares. It has 4 and 2. So I know I have the square root of 9 times the square root of 4 times the square root of 2. Well, the square root of 9 is 3, the square root of 4 is 2, and I can't do square root 2. So now I just got to do this math. 3 times 2 is 6, and the answer is 6 square root 2. I know 25 can go in this, and it's a perfect square, so I know I have the square root of 25 times 5, because it goes into that 5 times, and now I have a b, so it's times b, okay? Square root of 25 is 5. Can't do anything with 5 or b, so I'm going to pull them back together under the radical, and the answer is 5 and 5, radical 5b. All right, so this is already a perfect square. Lucky me. Oh, and the x is a perfect square because that's x times x. The square root of x squared is just going to be a plain x. The square root of 4 is going to be a 2. The answer is 2x. All right, lucky me, the square root of 81 is perfect. I know that the square root of m to the second is perfect, and that's just going to leave me with one more m to take care of. All right, so the square root of 81 is 9. The square root of m squared is just m, and I can't do anything with the square root of m. So 9m square root m. So there's 2 of them. Now I have 4, 5. Okay, so 32, I'm going to break 32 down. We all know that's 4 and 8, or 16 and 2. So 16 is a higher perfect square. So I'm going to put 16 and 2, m to the 2, n to the 2, and last m. So the square root of 16 is 4. Can't do anything with that 2, so I'm going to put it underneath the radical. M squared is m. M squared is m. And I can't do anything with this m, so it goes underneath the radical. Now let's clean this up. That's going to be an m squared. 4m squared, radical 2m. In this one, I can break my 8 down into 4 and 2. Okay, so I have the square root of 4 times the square root of 2 times the square root of x squared times the square root of y squared, and that leaves me with one more y. Okay, the square root of 4 is 2. Haven't done anything with that other 2 yet, but x squared is just an x, y squared is just a y, and I can't do anything with that y. I only have one of them. Okay. 3 more. So 25 is perfect. It's my lucky day. Z, there's 3 of them. 2 of them make a perfect. Okay, 2 things multiply together make a perfect. So I'm going to put 1 out there, and I'm going to put the y with it this time because I know y. Can't do anything with that either. So the square root of 25 is 5. Square root of z is z. Square root of z squared is z. And I have zy left. Oh, 100 is also perfect. Lucky day. And I know that for every 2 x's I have in multiplication, and for every 2 y's I have in multiplication, I can take one out. All right, so 100 square rooted is 10. The square root of x squared is x. The square root of x squared is x. The square root of y squared is y. And I can't do anything with that last y. All right, I'm going to clean these up by making that x squared, 10x squared times y, radical y. Another easy one because 4 is perfect. I know x squared is perfect, x squared is perfect, one more x that's not perfect, z squared is perfect, one more z. All right, so 4, the perfect square root of 4 is 2. The square root of x squared is x. The square root of x squared is x. That is nothing. Can't do it. Gotta stay in there. The square root of z squared is z, and then another regular z. Gotta clean these 2 up. There's 2 being multiplied together, so it's x squared. And there you go. All right, I hope that helped. See you guys in class.